Hello, YouTube. It's bright and sunny here today, so I have to wear my shades. They must have forgotten to spray the chemtrails this morning. Let me start by saying I'm currently living near an airport and an Air National Guard base, and they've been flying jets over the house all morning long. So if you hear a loud noise in the background, it could be either the jets flying over, or it could be the 158-pound black lab Rottweiler mix we have. Pack Alert Press released an article today that I wanted to share with you. I will, from time to time, interject some comments, but fear not, I will provide the link for the article below so you can read the unadulterated version for yourselves. So let's get to the article. Homeland Security's new $3.9 billion headquarters. President Barack Obama is trying to solve big problems in his proposed 2014 budget. His efforts to curtail entitlement spending have gotten most of the headlines. That's right, remember the numerous headlines about the sequester? What's sequester, you ask? A sequester is a harmful automatic budget cut which threaten hundreds of thousands of jobs and cut vital services for children, seniors, people with mental illness, and our men and women in uniform. And let's not forget about those all important White House tours. But he also seems determined to complete the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's new headquarters, the largest federal construction project since the Pentagon rose in the 1940s. Again, the cost is $3.9 billion. Or should I say, $3.9 billion. Austin Powers! The project would unite at a single location nearly all DHS's 22 divisions devoted to thwarting terrorists and safeguarding the populace from natural and man made disasters. First, why does the Department of Homeland Security need 22 divisions? Can anybody tell me? Second, how does the Department of Homeland Security safeguard the populace from a natural disaster? Wait a minute. I thought the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA went in after the fact. Or could it be both agencies are aware of these disasters before they occur? The site is the campus of St. Elizabeth Hospital, a former federal asylum that was once the home of poet Ezra Pound and John Hinckley, Ronald Reagan's would-be assassin. If you ask me, that's where I think most politicians belong, in an asylum. There would be 4.5 million square feet of workspace in the new facility and ample employee parking. Now that's important to know. The project's supporters say the price tag is justified. They say it's not easy to get the various DHS divisions to operate in concert with each other if they're scattered throughout the capital area. At the 2009 groundbreaking, DHS Secretary Janet Napolitano herself made the case for the agency's costly new digs. She says, "It will help us have meetings." Are you kidding? It will help you have meetings? You got to have a $3.9 billion facility to have meetings? She goes on to say, it will help us create a culture of one DHS. By the way, Janet Napolitano is no relation to Judge Andrew Napolitano. I hope. It didn't take long for the project to become mired in politics. House Republicans, or rhinos, Republicans in name only, a number of whom see the DHS as an inefficient and fiscally profligate bureaucracy, were loath to fund the new headquarters fully. Did you hear what I just read? Let me ask you a question. Why don't people use simple words? What in the world does profligate mean? I had to look it up. It means utterly and shamelessly immoral. Secondly, when the rhinos when it states that the Rhinos were loath to fund the new headquarters fully, what does that mean? Well, I had to look that up too. And what that means is they were unwilling or reluctant to fund the project. So when we read this, or when they wrote this portion, they should have wrote it something like this. It didn't take long for the project to become mired in politics. House Republicans, a number of whom see the DHS as an inefficient, fiscally and utterly shameless, immoral bureaucracy, were unwilling or reluctant to fund the new headquarters fully. Now, doesn't it sound better? At least you know what they're talking about. And third, funding something fully. I agree with the Rhinos when they say they don't want to fully fund this project. After all, why don't we just spend millions upon millions of dollars to start a project and then just walk away from it, never completing it? Let's just waste some more taxpayer dollars. I'm going to skip this part. This is when you get to the part in the article about the U.S. Coast Guard headquarters. I don't know what this has to do with this Department of Homeland Security new building. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that part. You can read that for yourself. Okay. We'll continue with the article. It says, the rest of the endeavor languished, becoming a symbol of Washington dysfunction. What? Washington dysfunctional? Are you kidding me? The tighter integration that Napolitano promised also remained a work in progress. The DHS is on the U.S. Government Accountability Office's high-risk list, a distinction it shares with such troubled federal agencies as the U.S. Postal Service. Now Obama is trying to ensure that the DHS headquarters eventually rises. On Wednesday, the president included $367 million in his budget to continue the construction. Getting the money won't be easy. In February, one of the DHS's more persistent naysayers, U.S. Representative John Mica, a Florida Republican, or Rhino, boasted about how he and his fellow party members, the other Rhinos, had curtailed the project. He said he would also like to dismantle much of the DHS. Wow, finally some good news. Somebody's got some sense. But I think they really ought to dismantle all of the DHS and all of FEMA and all of the TSA and all of the CIA and all of the FBI and all of the other agencies. Well, why don't we just forget that? Why don't we just start at the top and eliminate everybody from the top man down? And, then maybe we'll start getting somewhere. Anyway, the article concludes by stating, he'd better act swiftly. If the White House ever gets all the DHS divisions on one campus, nobody will want to move them again. Why do they want to move them in the first place? Oh, that's right, I forgot. He will help them have meetings. This is just another perfect example of how our U.S. government, those not elected but appointed officials, are taking our hard-earned tax dollars and wasting them on frivolous projects. But hey, at least we could say they're wasting those U.S. tax dollars right here in the good old USA. Have a great day.